new lift station. About to try it out. La Vallée. Take it straight up to the main lift station in Saint-Gervais, and then we can get a bus down to the flat. We'll be there in about 15 minutes, so here we go. And it's sunny. So we've just spoken to the chap on the desk, and basically for a whole day's ski pass in the area where we are, which is, I think it's Evasion Mont Blanc, it's about 64 euros. But for a half day, which is only 4 hours, it's 57 euros. So I'm not sure if it's really worth, the half day pass is really worth it, but would really like to go up today because it's sunny. Yeah, he said 10% off for the half day ticket. That is definitely a lot more than it used to be. I think that's got to be probably the highest price for a lift pass I've paid for a while. I mean, 65 euros a day, it's near as makes a difference, 60 quid. Yeah, it's quite a lot.
So, day one in Saint-Gervais. This is a place that we've visited lots. So we're travelling up on the Saint-Gervais lift to Levetex, which is like sort of like the meeting point, and they've got cafes, bars, ski hire, and the children's ski school area. So it's sort of like the first point on the map, really. In fact, the snow this year has been relatively good, and there is a run that takes you all the way back down into the village. Some years it has been open and other years it hasn't. This year they've preserved it so that you can actually ski all the way back down to the bottom of the lift, which we might try. You can see it's a little bit patchy in areas, but and you do have to cross a couple of roads.
It's officially open though, and it is piste. I reckon it's probably okay to try.
We're going to just ski this afternoon. We've managed to get like a 4-hour pass, which we've already said didn't really work out much cheaper.
So we're going to get my snowboard in my boots, and then straight
really
up.
Sure where we're going to go. Yeah, we've only got a few hours. So the last lift down, I think they said it was 6:15. Obviously, with the higher lifts closing slightly earlier, so we obviously need to make sure that we don't miss the last lift. We actually had a situation quite a few years back where we skied over to Megève, which is another ski area you can ski over to. Obviously, the lifts start shutting earlier, and we needed to get back from Megève to here, and we were following a family member, and we trusted that they knew that would be able to get back. Anyway, the situation was that we got stuck in Megève, and we had all of our ski clobber, and we're walking through the town. Everyone's gone home, had a shower, and they're all suited and booted for dinner, and we're traipsing through the town all sweaty in our ski gear, and we had to get a taxi back. So we got the taxi back from Megève to Saint-Gervais, and it cost an absolute fortune. So that is a memory that I have which will stick with me for a long time.
Hopefully it's a little bit of sunshine, isn't it? There's not usually snow on the trees, is there, this low down?
I don't remember, when we came last year it was definitely not this snowy, yeah. So the snow is incredible, loads and loads of fresh snow on the top, but it hasn't been bashed, so it's like mogul central, so you're having to navigate the moguls as you go round, which obviously makes it a little bit more challenging. Not really cold, a little bit cold on the lift actually going up, but not really, I wouldn't say overly cold conditions.
I'm pretty hot, to be honest. Not cold at all, really,
I think that's because we're quite unfit
maybe.
and having to work quite hard, maybe. Anyway, this lift is called the Monjou chair. There's also the Monjou 2, which is next to us. You can see it across there, I don't know if you can. That's a slightly older chair. It's only a 2-seater and it's a longer one. So we opted for the 6-man comfy one, which wasn't so long. And at the top of this lift is Folie Douce. It's quite a popular mountain bar. Gonna need some speed up here.
Oh, here we go. Woo! It's so deep, I'm just sinking in it. It was 2 foot deep out there.
I love that much more than the smoky bits. Oh yeah.
Woo! Found a gap. Through the tunnel. Wipe out. There's a lot of snow.
We've been skiing all afternoon. We only drink and one chocolate bar. We shared it, by the way. So we've managed to cover a bit of the piste. We're sort of familiar with the area, so we should be a bit more confident on direction of where we're going. We should be a bit more familiar with the piste map. We were talking to a guy in the lift who said that yesterday they managed to walk up Le Croix? It's the cross or something. Anyway, they walked up there because I think the run or the lift was closed. And when they got to the top, where the snow had like drifted, there was a crack in it.
There's lots of avalanches going on at the moment, and there's so much snow.
Yeah.
Which is great for me on the snowboard. I'm absolutely loving the amount of snow there is. Going through the trees and stuff. I've tried to film some, so hopefully it looks good, but if I stop, it's easily up to my knees, nearly waist deep.
We've done a little bit of the map this afternoon. We've got a run which we quite like, or an area, the Princess area. Got a fond memory last year of my uncle getting stuck. The snow had sort of started to melt last year and he sort of got stuck under the trees. So some quite funny footage from last year, but we just managed to do the first part of that run. In fact, they've got a luge, some sort of like sledging run, which we just noticed. It's actually on the map. So we might try and check that out, whether or not we can hire a sledge or whether you have to take your own. I'm not entirely sure. But that looks pretty cool. We actually managed to get a locker mile here. So we have managed, Adam rented his board from a shop at the Vetec, and even though I'm using skis that we've already got, we've managed to get a locker basically. So that'd be really good. We can leave our stuff up here so we don't have to carry it back. But to be fair, the bus from the bottom of the lift is pretty regular, every 10 minutes. But it just gives us the option if we wanted to walk from the lift into town. So tomorrow I'll bring up my shoes so we could just walk into town if we wanted to afterwards. It just gives us the options. So yeah, that's been really good. Great afternoon. Loads of snow, more snow than I've ever seen. Incredible scenes.
As Victoria was saying, there's loads of snow, and for me on a snowboard, it's loads more fun if I can go in and out of the trees, through all like fresh powder. Amazing. Never seen this much snow in this area, as we already mentioned. So hopefully tonight it all gets piste bashed and it's all smooth in the morning. So we're going to get the first lift up, try and get up as early as possible, get ready, make sure we're in the queue early, get up top straight away, and if ending up a little bit of sunshine, it will be probably one of the best days skiing I've had in years. I've been following the snow report every week. Chap called the Chamonix Ski Bum, who's just down the road from where we are staying. He does a weekly report. I'll put a link to his channel below. He does great videos, puts loads of work into it. So yeah, I've been watching his videos, and there's been no snow in this area for a long time, but recently it has got some snow, and you can't ask for more.
Talk about your bindings.
Oh yeah. So my bindings on my first board I got this afternoon were where they sort of ratchet up, they had worn out. They were chewed up, so maybe they were old or someone had used them incorrectly. So I went straight back to the shop, changed my bindings so I can actually do my boots up tight. So if your boots aren't tight, you can't really feel the board, you can't really feel the terrain. So they've changed my board for a new one, which is a nitro board. It actually feels much better. It's a similar size to the one I was just on, but it's slightly narrower and it's definitely faster. Avec Nutella, c'est super. Gary, you win.